Hey guys, Paul here with Patek. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to try and help you decide whether the Action 5 Pro or the Pocket 3 is the camera for you. And spoiler alert, it doesn't matter whether you buy this one or this one, you're going to be in love with both of them. They're both fantastic cameras. It really comes down to your use case, and so that's how I'm going to differentiate in this vehicle. I'm going to kind of give you a perspective of my use case, and hopefully that'll help resonate with you a little bit and help you make a more informed purchase decision. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's get the elephant in the room taken care of right away. Why am I outside? Because we've been blessed with a couple of 20-degree days here in Kawartha Lakes, and I just can't handle being inside when it's 20 degrees outside, so I decided to do this outside, but I digress. Okay, I would say for 75% of the people that are looking at these two cameras, the A5 Pro is the way to go. But that said, either one of them is going to serve you really well. It just depends on what your use case is. And if you've been on my channel before, if you looked at my videos, you know, especially lately, I do a lot of stuff inside my car. And the one thing that this does in the car that this one doesn't do is that you can have the camera facing you, and then you can just touch the screen and the gimbal rotates, and now you're seeing where you're going to. And that is a huge plus. The downside of the Pocket 3 in the camera is you can tell, like if you look at the physical size of these two guys, this one is a lot easier to suction mount, and you can get it in more unique positions inside the vehicle than you can with this one. 9 times out of 10, I'm using my Lekong Huey mount. I mount this camera, the Pocket 3, just beside my rear view mirror in a vertical position like this, and then, you know, I can shoot myself, and then I can flip it around and show you guys where I'm going to. So if you have the means, buy both of them. If you don't have the means, then I would say probably this one is going to serve you well. And then you have to think, are you going to stuff this thing underwater? You can't do that with this one. If you're looking for like the action camera field of view, so what you'll notice, and I'll show you lots of examples, is that this one will give you depth of field. It'll give you some bokeh. So the closer you get the camera lens to your face, the more it's going to blur out the background. Whereas this guy here is more for capturing the moment and getting everything in focus from front to back. So that's your first use case example. Okay guys, so my second piece of advice for you is basically related to purchasing the Action 5 Pro. And when I look back now, I can't remember how long I've had this for. I've had this one for almost a year, and this one for probably 6 months or so. The one thing I would tell you about the A5 Pro, if you're on a budget, this might be a better option for you, because I bought both of these with the, so this was the, was it Adventure combo, and this was a Creator combo. And if I had to do it all over again, and if I was on a budget, I would just get the camera by itself, because it has the 47 gigs of internal storage, and the battery life is so good. Honest to God, I haven't used this. So basically I do a 1 hour recording, hour and a half, whatever, come home, get the footage onto the PC, throw this thing on the charger, and away I go again. And I haven't even opened this thing since I've had it. I mean, I take it with me in case I need a spare battery, but you know. And then this guy comes with the plastic cage as part of the Adventure combo, which is nice. And a lot of people have been discounting it, but it's super lightweight, this thing. I bought the Ulanzi cage because I do car rollers, so I'm going to have this on the outside of the vehicle. I want a little more protection from the metal cage, but this thing adds a little bit of weight. If your primary purpose is going to be vlogging, like walking and vlogging, I think you'll find this adds too much weight, and you might want to opt for this. And then you got the quick connects, and it fits on the end of the selfie stick and all that good stuff. So that's the first thing to think about when you're buying the Action 5 Pro is, if you're on a budget, just get this thing by itself. Try it out. You'll probably find it's good enough just as it is, which is what I found, sort of learning the hard way. So now I can talk about the Creator combo when you buy the Pocket 3. And the thing about the Creator combo is I've run the battery dead on this several times, because I've actually gone out and been using this all by its onesie, and you'll drain this battery, I wouldn't say fairly quick, like you might get an hour, 2 hours, but I found I've got more use out of the Creator combo than what I got out of the Adventure combo with the A5 Pro. So that's just something to think about. I mean, this is a spare battery, it gives you a little bit bigger handle, all that good stuff. So that's the differences in the two. I think there's probably more usability in the Creator combo for the Pocket 3 than what there is in the Action 5. Okay, so here's something else to think about if you buy the Creator combo for the Pocket 3, and that is that the DJI Mic 2 comes with it. And so, as you can see, so right now I'm recording with my A7 IV, I'm using the Rode Wireless Go. You know, that's kind of my tried and true when I've got the camera sitting on a tripod. However, this is a wicked powerful combination, and I'll tell you, like, once you use the Mic 2, it gives you, like, when you turn it on, it gives you that little buzz to let you know that it's on. You can press the button to record with it, and if you've seen some of my other videos, I'll put links at the end of the video to some other videos that you might want to watch that'll help you. But this guy right here, I mean, I use this thing all the time, and snap it on like that. You can do a mag mount like this, and it puts the microphone right at the right position. And if you buy both of them, this guy works with both of the cameras. But it comes with the Creator combo. It doesn't come in the Adventure combo with the Action 5 Pro. So just watch out for that one. It's something to think about. I think, you know, DJI is really killing it as far as their action cameras in the Pocket 3 compared to what's coming out of GoPro. So that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, so there's a couple more differences between the two of them that you want to consider. Okay, so here's a quick little comparison for you between the Pocket 3 and the Action 5. And both cameras, you know, the Action 5 Pro is set in D-Warp, and I mean standard shooting mode on the Pocket 3. There's no D-Log-M or anything like that. So this will give you a sense of, you know, you'll see a little bit of the blur from the Pocket 3, and then the A5 Pro, you're going to see everything is in sharp focus from front to back. So yeah, take a good look at this, and then that might help you decide as well, because the action camera, that's what they're designed to do, is capture the quick moment and everything from front to back. You know, if you're booting down a ski hill or something like that, or I don't know, out on a dirt bike, or, you know, heading underwater. So, but yeah, this should give you a good sense of what you're going to get from both cameras. Okay guys, so what I'm doing right now is I've got the Pocket 3 in my vehicle. It's mounted on the Lekong Huey mount, and I've got the Osmo Action 5. And the beauty of the Pocket 3, I can just pan over here, and you can see how the A5 is mounted on the windshield here. Now, if this was a Pocket 3, the thing would be hanging down like here, and you wouldn't get the same field of view. And I'm just showing you, I think the point I want to make here is that the Pocket 3 makes things really easy to do depending on what you're doing. And let's bring this back a little bit. And so right now you're just seeing standard modes on both of them. And so now I'm going to switch to the wider modes, and you can see the difference and what you'll get from the A5 and what you get from the Pocket 3. Okay, so now I've got the A5 in the wide mode, not the ultra wide. It's in the wide mode, and I've got the wide angle lens on the Pocket 3. And this is probably the one and only time I've used the wide angle lens. I don't tend to use it a lot, but at least now you can see the difference between the two cameras, so that should help you a little bit. And an interesting point, I said earlier in the video that I hardly ever change out the batteries on my A5, and it looks like for the first time I'm getting down to 1/3 on the A5. So I will be swapping out a battery here in a second on the A5. So, you know, like I say, that Adventure combo is going to come in handy as far as battery life goes, and it's a little safety net for me should the battery life get down. So, but anyways, there's wide angle on both, and that's the difference, right? Is the P3, you got to snap on the little, here, I can just grab this. You got to snap this little magnetic sucker on, and this thing sits inside the sleeve on the Pocket 3. And like I say, I don't use it very much, but there it is back on. You get a slightly wider field of view. Okay, so now I'm back on the Pocket 3 with just the regular lens, but on the A5, I'm in ultra wide mode. So it has some versatility. And the thing I'm noticing too in the car here is that, You know, one of the reasons I went to the A5 was my GoPro Hero 8. It was getting a little bit long in the tooth. And just to change the modes on the A5, I can just reach over and I can make the adjustments on the front of the screen, which that's something I couldn't do on my Hero 8. And so that's another reason for adopting the whole DJI architecture, is that the versatility from DJI is, you know, they're just killing it. They're making your life a lot easier to do what us YouTubers need to do. Okay, so just a little pro tip here. What you're looking at is the Ulanzi aluminum cage for the A5. And, you know, the beauty of this thing is, so this is my first battery swap out. You can just press this guy here, and then you can shove this little tab up, and I can get at my battery and do a swap out really easily. And the other beauty of this is that it has a quarter 20 on the top of the bracket, so I can just screw this into like this, so I don't have to have, you know, something mounted here on the side or anything like that. So it's just another level of versatility that this cage offers. But I'll be completely honest with you, if I was walking and vlogging, I'll be using the plastic cage because it's lighter. This thing adds a little bit of weight. Okay guys, so we're going to do a little test on the stabilization now for you, and I've got both cameras mounted. So the A5's in the center of the windshield, and the Pocket 3 is on the Lee Kong Huey again. So it should give you an idea, give you a sense of what the stabilization is like. I mean, if I did this out on a regular street, you're not going to really see anything. So this is a pretty, I mean, I come down here a fair amount, and as you can see, this is not the easiest road to get through on. I've been told I can only go so far down this road, otherwise I'm gonna rip the suspension out of my truck. But yeah. But I come here because no matter when I come here, I'm usually undisturbed, except for the odd quad runner that runs by. But with today being overcast, I don't think I will have that issue. Okay, let's deal with the tracking here. Let's make sure, yep. So the Pocket 3 is easy to tell if it's tracking because the gimbal is moving. But on the A5, it's a little different. I got to get up closer. I can look on the front screen. Oh yeah, it's doing its job. So the A5 is doing it with software, and you're at 3K resolution. It's actually 2.7K 30 frames per second, where I'm at 4K 30 on the Pocket 3 because it's using the gimbal to handle the tracking. But so So I turned around so it couldn't track my face, and it's tracking, it came back in, so that's pretty good. The technology in these cameras is phenomenal. Either one, you're going to be really happy with it. Just depends on your use case again. Okay guys, so here's another couple of use cases I wanted to share with you. So this is the A5 with the plastic cage that comes with it. But then I've got the Ulanzi CA02, and I've got a little cleat similar to what you would get from the Falcon F38 Backpack V2 quick release system. And the beauty of this is that, you know, with this cleat on, you can just take this and slip it onto your backpack like so. And then, you know, you want to do POV shots, you're going to do something down here. It's pretty easy to do. And the beauty of this is you just press the button and this thing slips up and you've got that quick release, but you also have the quick release from the CA22. And so what I've come to, you know, because the last 3-4 months I've been doing so much of this stuff, is I'm finding that this quick release mechanism and the F38 is the way to go. Total game changer, just makes things so quick. And I'll show you. So with the Pocket 3, if you have the Ulanzi PK06 and the Falcon cleat, you can do exactly the same thing. Clips on like so, and you're good to go. And it's, you know, it's super quick and easy to do, and it's not horrendously expensive. Okay, so part 2 I'm going to show you today is to do a comparison video between the A5 and the Pocket 3. I was looking around for different brackets that I had, and this is what I came to. I took a piece of aluminum, it's probably an 1.5 inches wide and maybe 6 inches long, and then I took the cleats. You know what a Manfrotto cleat looks like. I took the thumb screw off of the bottom because I got about 100 of these things laying around, and I used those to screw into the bottom, the base of the Pocket 3, and also the base on this little, I don't know, Chinese swivel ball head here. And then I put another mag mount quick release. And the beauty of this is that now I can take the Action 5 selfie stick that came with the kit, and I can do this kind of thing, and I can do comparisons, show you stability, that kind of thing. So speaking of stability and stabilization, let's do a quick walking test, shall we? Okay guys, so I thought you'd find this interesting. So this is the rig that I'm using to do the stabilization test, and you know, this is a selfie stick that came with the Action 5, and I've said that it's probably one of the best selfie sticks I've come across so far. This is a little bit of weight to put on it, but it's going to survive it just fine. So let's do a quick walk and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so let's take off here. We'll see how we make out. Definitely got the microphone situation covered, huh? Okay, we'll just take a little walk up to the hill here. And both the cameras are in standard mode, nothing too fancy. I just put the selfie stick out another couple of inches. But yeah, this is all like total rock here, like just, and then you take a look at this here. So now I'm going to be facing right into the sun here. So this is why they call this road Hog's Back Road, because of this hill here. I think it's supposed to look like a hog's back, but private property, as you can see. And we'll just head back down here to the car. So this is again where the Pocket 3 shines, right? Because you can just touch that rotate function, the gimbal turns around, and you know, you got that ease of use. And I mean, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but I know the A5 gives you a bit of a HDR look, but the reality is if you shoot in D-Log and then use Rec 709, you can get some really stunning imagery, hands down. And maybe I'll give you a sample of that here. Okay guys, so this is going to look kind of flat to start with, but I just switched both cameras to D-Log M, and I'll grade them both with Rec 709 so you can get a good idea of what you're going to get when you grade the footage, but it's easy to do. It's kind of handy, right? I got one camera facing forward, the other one facing back. So I got a nice split between cloud and sun here. I'm in the shade right now. This is about as far as I can come with my humble Ridgeline, Honda Ridgeline truck. You look down there, the road gets pretty rough. I've been through that pond before. I can get up the hill on the other side, but I have no real desire to destroy my brand new vehicle, so although I'm using it, I'm definitely putting it through its paces. So this is what you get with D-Log M. Okay guys, so this is super night mode on the A5, and it's low light mode on the Pocket 3. And let me just turn the Pocket 3 around here. Give you a sense of what you're looking at. Okay, so Pocket 3 is going to handle the low light better because of the larger sensor, but the A5 will hold its own. So let's see what happens when we take the light away. Better be careful, I don't want to end up a road patty. Okay, made it back to my truck in one piece. Woohoo! Hi Mom, we're in amongst the statues at Wu Tai-shan. What do you have to say for yourself, Lucy?
Who are you talking to?
Okay guys, so like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not here to tell you which one of these cameras to buy. I just tried to give you as many use cases, you know, so that you'd have a really good reference and good information to make the purchase of the A5 Pro or the Pocket 3. And I think I've done that. You know, I've given you all the use cases that I certainly use on a day-to-day basis. Where this is a game changer for me that I may not have mentioned is that I'm retired. This is my 3rd month of retirement now. And, you know, I'm going to travel more than I ever have in my retirement, like as opposed to my working life. And, you know, even when we went up to Hogsback Road, you may not notice it or you may not think about it, but to be able to just take my A7 IV and these two little guys in a small kit and take it out and shoot what I need to shoot. And, you know, if you're doing hotel reviews or stuff like I'm doing, you know, the compact size of these cameras, I can't emphasize it enough. It's just a total game changer. Like, if you have the means, buy both of them. You won't regret it. The integration with the Mic 2, it's just phenomenal. I mean, it just makes our lives so much easier. And, you know, the quality that we're getting out of this little guy now as compared to my GoPro Hero 8 is remarkable. Like, there's just technology changes so fast, right? So If you have questions about anything you saw in the video, don't hesitate to connect in. I'll try and help you out. Even something like this little bracket. You know, this is a simple little thing that I threw together pretty quick. It's just 1/8" piece of aluminum. I drilled 3 holes, tapped them out to 1/4 got some Manfrotto cleats, and away we go. But, you know, things like that are invaluable in a job like this, or, you know, you're making YouTube videos or hotel reviews or whatever you're doing, right? So if you found this video useful, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell for me. I really appreciate it. And don't hesitate. If you got questions, connect in. And I'll put links in the description to any of the little gizmos and gadgets that you saw in the video, so that'll help you out. But if I leave something out, you know, just connect in and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And I'm going to see you in the next one, guys. Take it easy.